Hello YouTube, hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Those of you that are returning and are part of the family, and those that are new, welcome. My name is Lucia Podzindo Anakale, and on this channel we discuss affairs related to marriage, relationships, families, and we also love to just discuss life in general, current affairs and whatnot. So I have a guest, obviously. This is my daughter, guys. We just turned 2 years this month. August 3rd, we are 2. I can't believe I have a big woman. We are this big. But hi YouTube. Hi YouTube. We are still struggling to speak, but yeah, we are growing really fast. And behave yourself. Okay. So I haven't really discussed matters or related to what's happening on the streets, the current affairs, things that are affecting our country lately. So I thought maybe I dedicate this video to everyone else, because mostly I discuss marriage and weddings, and not everyone is about that. And yeah, so today I think we can all just gather around and talk. Things have been happening in this country, and they always happen so fast. Like before you know it, people are already on another topic. Sometimes you plan like, I'll talk about this tomorrow, and then tomorrow is history. I know that tomorrow they are already on another topic. So let's try, and there are 3 things I want to discuss today. Yeah, hello. Please sit and behave yourself. Come to me. Toti, hi. My name is Yellow. My name is Dinah. Dinah. Hello. You are disturbing the peace. Okay. Sorry. Without wasting time, let's just try and come up with a video for today. This one is for everyone now. I think I've been talking about weddings and marriage so much, and yeah, some people might not be interested in those topics. So this one is, I think, is for all of us, just to discuss what has been going on in the streets this season. I have 3 topics in mind that I want to discuss and give my 2 cents, and you as well can just comment down below on what you think. Yeah, so to start with, I want to talk about the meme week. Was it July or June? Last month someone gifted there's this other hand who gifted a boyfriend a bakkie loaded with goats. Like the internet got broken, my dear. The peer pressure is getting worse. Na mative to pay for netwala neno value and one koyo kwanchi kombogo to guys, come on. What is with the comparisons now? That lady gifted a boyfriend, maybe they can afford the goats, and we come from different backgrounds, and we are all not the same. So it's okay that she did whatever that is. I think it was thoughtful of her, and I think she can afford it. But all of a sudden, we are now under pressure that we should all give a livestock akamati. For what? Personally, and this is in my opinion, I think my parents would be very embarrassed if, on social media. I think my grandmother specifically would be very embarrassed if she once wake up talikirwa kuti oka video anje ikombo kommati yomacho keshivike ko pamwe kondobe, like, or because I think in our culture it's supposed to be the other way around. Omachingeno etaputula kuputula ngonana oyo kwa wapumwangeno ngokupewa inimanyika imuna, I think. Mala, that one is now given when Pam with the wapo. So I don't understand. But people are different. I just know that me kulungo, like she wake up to some news that Laudika just gifted a whole baggie of goats. I think even those Tatekulus from Okongo will be invited for a meeting, for a family meeting, just to discuss this kucha. What is wrong with her? What the hell is she doing? Yeah, but anyways, let's stop comparing things, man. If someone has done something, don't expect that we are all now obligated to like go out there and hunt for goats just to surprise a man on their birthday, because it all depends on what you are capable of doing. The other hand might have gifted goats, but that's what I can afford. That, that's what I can bring to the table. So I think the pressure should just, this whole peer pressure should just stop. Yeah. And okay. Let me not say much. I was also just like pena na matira mwene abane weshikotere ko mesovara kuda kuchas vota pewa nesike ko internet ako onu mwene ya pesa neno kadona kai awo kalontumba manga tutela manga wait because now the people that are going on so much about this gold story are those very stingy men. People say they some men don't even give anything, and they are the loudest, like but you never even bought your girlfriend flowers, or you just surprise them one day, and all of a sudden the person should be the one now going extra mile to give to you. Yeah, in my almost three is done on that. Oh, what does my boyfriend or what does my husband do for me? I can also just do something nice for them tomorrow, because it's supposed to be a man who provides. Biblically or whatever, culturally, mati provide nando hakalavala kuninga kuti hai vimaneke ni respect your husband mulineke yango davakweni yango davakweni nadi ndzimbuluki foku okufimaneka halumen. But the question is, if we are supposed to respect men should also go with their natural role in life, which is to provide, to protect, those kind of things. Or they are women. Now you want a person to be all over giving you stuff while you are not even a provider yourself. You are not even protective of your woman. You are not even loving, because they are supposed to love. Nowadays men are just, they are just average guys. So my gift if you find a woman going extra, that man probably just deserve it, or maybe he's also a giver. Or now how do you expect someone so let's ingengano ta popini maimwe sheke kucha kuna na keep quiet. Don't take part in this conversation. But for me, I prefer the men should provide, but also women, we should also just treat our men, our husbands, our boyfriends, our whatever companions once in a while. But also to my sisters, we should also be careful not to sorry. This one is painting her face. I don't know, maybe from here it's a shower. Like you should also do it. Things should have levels. Like we should do things also cautious. Imagine one no baki kombogonu mongulo kwekwefa. That's how we end up now being so heartbroken. And women, I always say, our hearts very soft, man. We get so much heartbroken. A guy can be dumped and then move on. There you will be there regretting, you will even be desperate to post on internet like I gave him this and this and this, exposing yourself just because of depression when the person leave you. So we should also be cautious of the things we do for men, especially those ones that are not our husbands, because I always say some of these things and then they put it on the boyfriend's name, like tomorrow you break up, there is not even a contract or anything to sort out these things. And let's be cautious, and let's always just think about what if this happens. Yeah, especially when someone is not even known by your parents. Yes. And yeah, not to jump up a topic I come, but pali na no push gift amos. These are the same old thing. No no waperoka push gift and the question your man is not even giving you a car. The question is, does he even have a car of his own? Like, oh no, that way you there's no way currently. Like, I am very, very much frustrated by my husband not buying me a G-Wagon when I know some of us even know what our husbands earn, what bills they pay, what is left that they share with the family. And so you expect him to go what, rob a bank to buy you a even your husband or your boyfriend, if you are in that committed relationship and they know my wife or my girlfriend works here, this income, can they afford all those goats? Yeah. So not to jump on a topic I come. Another thing that is bothering me is this other teacher who was dismissed from school, from I think it's school in whatever or what, Hashian. This tate was dismissed apparently for for punishing a learner to hold a chair for maybe a whole lesson, or I don't know what really transpired back in 2020 or 2021, not sure. So the internet got broken by that, and lately it has just been too much. My 2 cents. Personally, I love to just view things from both sides. The people that I just want the same people that are going on about this corporal punishment, supporting it, are the same people. If for instance I'm a teacher and I beat up a kid, or let's just go with the chair. I punish your daughter to or your son to hold a chair, and then they faint and they never stood up, or they just died instantly. Those are the same people who come here and say this one is a monster. What is it there? Lock up that monster. There is no difference. The only difference is maybe this child did not suffer any health implications, but it's the same thing. It's the same corporal punishment where a teacher can beat a child with, and then they maybe suffer injuries, and we complain. Personally, I don't think corporal punishment is the answer. I've been to schools where some teachers they are just those teachers who are known to beat learners. But you'll be surprised to know that post korapi hapapitwa ilo onlongyo, that specific teacher does not produce any results. I've been to some of those schools. Not some, yeah, those schools. I've been to schools where beating is just like is normalized. But the thing is, now people are justifying this, kuja. We were beaten and what. Yes, you were beaten because your parents were allowing such things or in your days, and nobody was really standing up for things. Social media and the information all over. Everyone is have access to information like this is not allowed in school, or this is allowed. When you are beating these kids, I'm just talking to you teachers, you should do so at your own risk, because you don't get to do what you are not allowed to do. You signed a contract. There are terms and conditions to it. There are policies that you are supposed to follow in your office, which in this case is a classroom. There is do's and don'ts, and then you go beyond those rules and come here and look for us to now like come demonstrate or sign a petition, which you shouldn't be fired. No, you knew what you were doing. You knew and this guy was apparently has some. I think it's like a habitual offender for these kind of things, and I was surprised people are just okay. I'm not supporting kids that they don't behave in school, but I also believe there are ways to discipline those kids. There are procedures. There are hearings to be done. There are authorities. Let's say there are those teachers, there are those learners who are now like fighting teachers, maybe vandalizing. That is just beyond vandalizing properties. Those are kids that obviously cannot be tolerated, but still, as a teacher, I don't think you are the authority. You are the right authority to punish those kids. We have police, we have securities. We just have relevant authorities. You are a teacher, not a soldier to be to just be there to denguna or treating them like animals. I do not support these things. I am a mother and I do not like it. I was in schools where people are beaten beyond, and looking at thinking about it now, I think it was just because those times there was no internet. And you do your things, then we can even record you mongulo uliko malungula ovetuli kwa kucha. Look at this one. It will ruin your reputation. Let's learn to just go with what is in the policies. And if the society if you want it to be implemented in the schools, propose it, take it to cabinet. The policy but personally, I'm saying punishment that from school. Inatuka mona mongula zitakutuna na dengwende mongolo kana kweka dengwa kajisho iloka ka filamo klasa uye la pa kucheta epangelo na litalepo na Namibians kavena kuhavam. One thing about Namibians kavena kuhavam, they will only stand by you now because you did not kill that child. If you by any chance sure kwatifoka na koshipundi ndeta ka fainting, the pet boku inakitola kwa ligeno mwenyo geno kesho umotati na mangwepo ne dilirwe mo forever. That is just how things are. So I do not understand why people are going on about this person. This person has been, there are disciplinary matters at workplace. He has been apparently being given letters that he need to attend to, and he didn't take them serious. Yet is his employment contract, and now you are bringing it all here for us to fight for this guy to go back to school to do what? To beat our kids? No, I'm not happy that he lost his job. Jobs are very scarce right now, but I also don't think it should be a national issue. He should contest his dismissal in courts and others, like any other person who is aggrieved. But we shouldn't make it like it's such a national issue. There was a time apparently some of the teachers who are in support are saying they will, if he is not reinstated, they will maybe I don't know, they plan on doing something at elections. And then I'm like, you people like following lame things. You are educated people, let's behave. Like, what is that has to do with elections? This is someone's job who he knew what he was doing at school. He knew, And yeah, so popo indapo ndaleke ku. And also ko ngenge atu popo ni kucha uno na pefi ya vudo efimboli mwene. Obviously I'm not a teacher, but I think teachers, you should also just think ukana kucho kaningana nashiki. Imagine ukana anwa kakutaka kofa mo class, then you should just start beating. Have you ever asked yourself, why is this kid always sleeping in class? Do you know the home situation of that kid? Do you know if this kid has had any meal that day, or maybe if they slept at home, maybe the situation at home is bad? Not all kids, not all behavior are saying that the kid is misbehaved. Some kids do not need beatings and all this physical punishment, but some kids need social help. They need to talk to someone. They just need counseling. They need someone to step in and find out what is wrong with this kid. So let's not always just say the kids are misbehaved. If the kid is maybe coming to school late every day, as a teacher, I think you should really ask yourself, why is this person late always? Where is their house? How long do they travel to school? What time do they? Maybe that kid hongula akapiti fana ndokulita wakatona kakapemanga magawata iko school. Mpama akapiti mangataka kalifikombo takia late. Or a situation natoko mumbo na kufumba nikatutisi. I've been at those villages where onhokateka mangana ndongula. I've done it. I think 3 kilometers away. Malo takutwe kuno ni havu. Tala dulik. Where is the situation at home? And I think teachers as if you really call yourself second parents for these kids, you should also just find out what is wrong with this kid. You should maybe try and evaluate before you just jump to conclusion kuja. Okana kakafula nai nakadengwe ilona pama akafula tani ngomalufu kucha neno vetoka life. Pama akafula takuto imanga kwa ambo, not according to their will. And as a teacher, I think it's you to now also just sit down with that kid and ask kuja, why are you always late? Who is your mother? Can I have their number? Can we have a discussion? Those kind of things. Okay, popo in the about Japan meste na solving it in my kokota without making it like it's such a national issue, because it's not. Also on the last thing that caught my attention is the polygamy. Married woman here, and I on the point polygamy personally, let me just say I am tired of this debate. Because there is so much. What is it, my love? Thank you, my baby. Okay, there's so much important things, man, to focus on. Lately mawele loika hapo kwa polygamy. Yo what? Yo mashenge in make like these things. Seriously now, we can't be debating about these topics. It should be a personal thing. Kokuja shenge kaleke no shenge we. Wala pamwe kuomba kurukadiva etatu. Don't make it a national issue. Just go ahead and marry your 8 wives. Hello, you are distracting my video. Thank you. Can't manage well. So polygamy. Oh, Cecily, for the I have to say this, and I'm not going to apologize to anyone. I have to say men are the most selfish gender in this planet. Yes, because now they are just going on about this they now want to have 3 wives or whatever. But when you think about it, what is the benefit of you marrying a lot of wives? Who will benefit? When you think about it, this thing is just to satisfy their sexual desires. Nothing else will come from polygamy. And I'm sorry yeah, look, you are covering my video, and I'm sorry to put it out there that the only person who is benefiting here but it's only for sex. What else can they benefit from there? Because in this economy, things are now expensive. Everything is now just expensive. You already cannot afford 1 wife. Now tell me, what will you benefit from having 2 wives? 2 wives, the more the wives, the more the problems, the more the it does not even bring anything to the equation. That's why I'm saying these men that are going on and about this polygamy thing, those are just selfish people. They are just doing it to satisfy their sexual desires and nothing else. It will not satisfy your pockets. It will not satisfy your the same way they like to say it. You will not satisfy your because now they want to say, oh mekulu narokali haomboro. Yes, they used to. But one thing I also realized, oh mekulu okwaliva, they were raised just to be housewives. They were raised to obey everything a man say. They did not really have a voice. They did not have rights. And yeah, that was back then. Our mekulus were not even, they were not educated. They were not educated, and they didn't really know much beyond. They didn't have information, and it was okay back then. It was appropriate for that era. But now in this era, you cannot tell me that, oh no, is solving problems of cheating. No, it does not. It does not solve problems of cheating. This person will just be sleeping with 3 of you and still be going and sleeping outside again, because men, stop being selfish. You cannot afford all those wives. Omapsa ke shonkulu kaje tali mepsa lai munyu no ne na kulu kaje beso to kapesi opena le mapsa opena li ini meduli tati loko vali en munyu ni one na o vanu va ongwa o ala kukala hani ngwa housewife iketa a telle ko zamanu bela muningo malufu kucha neno kulina wife number 2, tomorrow is wife number 7 or what now? No, I don't think so. But if you want your polygamy, you should just go ahead and do it. But don't make it like it's such a national issue, or don't make it a national issue. Just do it with people who want. Obviously, some of us don't. Personally, I find it very irritating and it's disturbing to me, because I do not understand the same person who is saying Kelefiti is the same person that papilini meaning. But the question is, eshneta mwala ne kupapilo polygamy eni kucha no culture eni nyeshine mbotancho mba Kelefiti engela kana dijep shashi. I've been on the altar with a man where I vowed and he vowed. We vowed, and those words we were speaking, we were vowing to be each other's persons only. Now are we going back to the altar for you to say no, I do not vow to be with her alone only? Or what are you going to do? atusa banga to kambo longa nali kongere ka ilo umote tamu gene kucha ngipi. Men think before you just go on with this. These things are not funny anymore. And it's funny that Namibians are just focused on topics related to sex, because that is just sex. Come in mayo masengi na sikeni ipala in mayo polygamy na ipala ke ina sana munyu nione na ke ina sali no kucha o untatungumbo or anything ipala ikawa macheke vala kunuka from one woman to the other. They just want to do it without regrets. But the question is, what will me as a wife benefit from this whole polygamy thing? What will I benefit? Give me one benefit. Nothing. This is the same person who cannot afford one child or two. Now they will be having 17 because they have 5 wives. How are you going to support those kids? Or the women in this case, they do not benefit anything. They will be married one man who will not even give them full attention, since we are now many. They will now be left with kids to fend alone because this person is too busy going around or trying to make end meet with all those wives they have. So in the end, at the end of the day, you will be the one taking care of the kids alone, because trust me, they will not take care of all those kids. In this economy, things are now expensive. If you already cannot afford to put like 3 kids on your medical aid, how are you going to now choose kucha medical aid? Okay guys, these things are not funny anymore, and it's my 2 cents, but I am really irritated by this whole debates, because I think there are way more important things that we can be debating and discussing in this economy. Things of drought, unemployment, hunger, poverty, and yeah, those kind of things. In my polygamy, and I do not want to sit in front of a TV watching or over parliamentarians just discussing in meaning. Okay guys, with that said, I'll see you in some other videos. Please comment down below on what you think about some of these things, and sorry if I offend anyone, but I just came here to give my 2 cents. Please do subscribe to this channel, and I'll be popping up more, I promise, from time to time. With that said, I'll see you in some other videos.